Have you ever felt like you were playing a game you didn't even know you'd entered? Like you were following the rules, showing up, caring, reaching out, and yet she drifted away anyway? Let me be brutally honest with you. Some truths don't just change how we love. They change who we become when we love. And this video isn't easy to hear. When I first brought this script to women I respect, close friends, old lovers, they didn't deny the reality of what I was saying. But one by one, they told me, don't publish this. Not because it's a lie, but because it's too true. What you're about to hear isn't an attack on women. It's not some cheap dating hack. It's a lens, a new way to understand the silent, subconscious strategies that women have used for generations. Not out of cruelty, but out of caution, out of survival. This is the hidden psychology of female behavior. And if you stay until the end, you'll walk away with something most men never gain: clarity. Yuan, the power of strategic silence. A woman's silence is not empty. It's loaded. To the untrained mind, when she stops responding, when the laughter softens, when her presence starts to feel distant, it looks like she's disinterested. But that's not always the case. In truth, silence is often when a woman is most alert. It's her space to watch, to feel, to test, not in a manipulative way, but in a deeply psychological one. From a young age, women are taught to sense danger, not confront it, to read a room before they speak, and over time, that listening becomes power. So when a woman goes quiet, she's not vanishing. She's studying you, your tone, your patience, your reaction to uncertainty. Do you chase? Do you demand clarity? Or do you hold your ground with calm confidence? Because make no mistake, in her silence, she sees more than your words could ever tell her. 2. The mysterious art of emotional mirroring. Have you ever sat across from a woman and felt an instant connection? She laughs with you. Her energy matches yours. Her voice shifts to your rhythm. It feels like magic. That magic has a name: emotional mirroring. This is not fake. It's not deception. It's intuition. Women learn to adapt emotionally, not just to survive, but to thrive socially. They adjust their tone, their tempo, their energy to yours. And in doing so, they create a sense of deep connection. You feel seen, heard, safe. But be careful. That connection may not be permanent. It may be an emotional environment she's creating, not because she's falling for you, but because she's evaluating you. Mirroring lets her see how you respond. If you lead, if you collapse, if you get too eager or too cold. A woman doesn't only mirror to connect, she mirrors to understand. The key isn't to react to her shift in energy. It's to remain steady, to let her changes reflect off a man who's grounded in himself. The secret emotional ranking system. Here's what many men never hear. Every woman has a B's mental list, a silent ranking system of the men in her life, and you are on that list somewhere. At the top are men she admires, not because they're flashy, but because they carry themselves with presence, with quiet certainty, with emotional maturity. These men don't chase validation, they don't radiate value. Then there are the entertaining ones, the ones she enjoys, flirts with, spends time with, but doesn't imagine a future with. These men are fun, but they're replaceable. Then come the ones she tolerates, men who orbit her life but never penetrate her world. And at the bottom, the ones she avoids, the ones who press too hard, who didn't know when to stop texting, who clung to a fantasy she never invited them into. Understand this: a woman may still smile, she may still respond, but her internal ranking determines how she feels is about you, whether she invites you deeper or keeps you at arm's length. And that ranking, it can shift. A man who was once top tier can fall, and a man who holds his frame with calm consistency can quietly rise. 4. The psychology of sexual gatekeeping. Many men misunderstand this one. They think a woman who hesitates in intimacy is unsure, disinterested, or playing games. But here's the truth. From a young age, women are taught one thing again and again: and desire can be dangerous. Her body isn't just hers, it's a battleground of expectations, judgments, whispers behind her back. So when she pulls back, slows down, delays physical connection. It's not rejection, it's protection. She wants to know. Will you rush her? Will you pressure her? Will you value her even if she says no? This is not manipulation. This is survival. If you try to push through, you fail the test. But if you hold steady, if you stay the same calm, composed, respectful man, whether she says yes, no, or maybe you become the man she can trust. The subtle manipulation of male competition. This one is primal. Men are wired to compete, especially when another man enters the picture. And women, some consciously, many unconsciously, know how to leverage this. A glance, a name dropped in conversation, a photo posted with just enough ambiguity. It awakens something. Suddenly you feel urgency, desire, jealousy, all emotions that make you want to claim what you feel you could lose. But here's the trap. When you start acting from that space of competition, you stop acting from truth. You begin to chase, not because she's right for you, but because you feel like you're about to lose. True strength comes when you step back and ask, do I want her because of who she is, or because another man might win? This awareness is rare, but it separates the grounded from the reactive. Final words, if you've made it this far, you're not like most men. You're not here for tricks. You're here for truth. This video is not about blaming women. It's about illuminating the invisible rules of emotional connection that many men never get to see. You now know why her silence speaks volumes, how emotional mirroring works, that you're being ranked, consciously or not, that sexual hesitation isn't rejection, it's self-protection, and how competition can distort your clarity. The goal isn't to play the game better, it's to stop playing altogether, and to start living and loving from a place of calm emotional power. Because the man who is steady in the storm becomes the storm. Women respect a man who doesn't flinch, who doesn't beg, who doesn't ask where he stands. They show him where he stands by how they treat him. So don't chase, don't over-explain, don't compete, just stand, and the right woman will come to you. If this message hit home, drop your thoughts in the comments. What patterns have you seen? What did you once misunderstand? Subscribe, like, and share with a man who needs to hear this. At Stoic Inspire, we're building a community of men who move with strength, clarity, and truth. Join us. Your presence is power.